Hello guys and welcome to another video. Now let's dive into the electrifying showdown between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. It was incredible. As the clock ticked down and the score stood at 23-20, all eyes were on Cameron Dicker. Picture the tension, the anticipation, the stakes as high as they get, you know? This wasn't just another game, it was a pivotal clash, carrying massive playoff implications. Cameron Dicker lined up for a 43-yard field goal. Cool as you like. It's remarkable. Under such pressure, he didn't falter. This kick was a definitive moment, not just for the scoreline, but for the entire Chargers season. Throughout the game, Dicker was spot on with 3 perfect field goals. Pressure wasn't just knocking, it was hammering. But this final kick sent waves of euphoria through Chargers fans and heartbreak through the Broncos camp. It's these defining moments that can shape a season. Dicker emerged as the hero, and guys, we'll be talking about this for a long time. If you're as impressed as I am, smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Let's ride this wave of excitement together. Switching gears from those electrifying final moments, we can't talk about this thriller without highlighting Justin Herbert's pivotal role in the Chargers' victory. Look, as much as Cameron Dicker sealed the deal, it was Herbert who laid the groundwork for this win with his outstanding leadership. Basically, Herbert's numbers were stellar, completing 28 of his 47 attempts for a solid 270 yards. That kind of performance isn't just about stats, it's about seizing control when the stakes are high. And let's not forget that 20-yard beauty of a touchdown to Keenan Allen. Wow, what a moment. It wasn't just an equalizer, folks, it swung the momentum in the Chargers' favor, changing the entire complexion of the game. Now, here's the real kicker. Herbert was under siege with the constant pressure from Denver's defense, taking 5 tough sacks and suffering an interception. But despite that, he remained cool, composed, and absolutely refused to let those setbacks define the contest. Can we just take a moment to appreciate his mental toughness and ability to stay focused under such relentless pressure? But he didn't do it alone. The connection with Keenan Allen was key, a testament to Herbert's growing vision and ability to galvanize his squad when it matters most. Together, they orchestrated moments that not only equaled the tally, but ultimately inspired a comeback. Herbert's calm leadership and timely playmaking just elevate this team's potential ceiling. With this game, he's proven yet again he's not just shaping up to lead the Chargers into the playoffs, he's aiming to go further. But let's not overlook the Broncos' defensive grit in this matchup, because honestly, it was something to behold. Denver came into this game with a game plan, and that was to put Justin Herbert under relentless pressure, and they absolutely did just that. I mean, 5 sacks on Herbert, that's no small feat, especially considering Herbert's knack for evading defense. Nick Bonito deserves a massive shout, executing 2 huge sacks that really punctuated the Broncos' defensive strategy. His timing and positioning were spot on. You've got to say, it was impressive how effectively he disrupted the Chargers' flow. And then there's Brandon Jones, who was all over the place, racking up 11 tackles and snagging that interception. His presence on the field was massive, often feeling like he was everywhere at once, covering gaps and making those critical stops. The defensive coordinator's blueprint, including some blitz packages, was designed to shake Herbert's composure. And for a good chunk of the game, it seemed like they had the edge. But, and here's the thing, despite their strong front, the unit had moments of fragility, especially during Herbert's late game push. That Allen touchdown pass kind of epitomized where it all slipped, catching them at a lapse, heartbreaking, but true. This blend of strong individual performances and momentary breakdowns paints a real picture of potential, but signals the need for tweaks if they're going to turn such defensive prowess into a full-time game changer this season. Switching gears, let's look at Courtland Sutton's electrifying impact in this nail-biter, because wow, did he rise to the occasion. Sutton, with his 6 catches for a mammoth 118 yards, became the lifeline the Broncos needed, particularly showcasing his big game prowess with that jaw-dropping 52-yard touchdown reception. Seriously, where do you even start with a performance like that? Reflecting on his chemistry with quarterback Bo Nix, it was Sutton's savvy route running and pure physicality that frequently exposed cracks in the Chargers' secondary. You could just feel that every time the ball was in the air, everyone was holding their breath. I mean, it wasn't just about one big play, but Sutton's complete body of work that kept the Broncos' offensive engine running. And get this, Sutton's ability to stretch the field often forced the Chargers to rethink their defensive game plan. You see, it's not just about stats here, it's how Sutton's presence on the field shifts defensive priorities, opening avenues for others. He's more than a key player, he's a strategic asset in the Broncos' arsenal. Picture this. Opposing teams are scrambling to find ways to neutralize his threat, but Sutton keeps slipping through, wielding influence that shapes game dynamics. This guy is redefining what it means to be a clutch performer. As the Broncos look to sharpen their postseason claws, Sutton's influence will likely remain a defining factor, a pillar of reliability on Denver's quest to reclaim their winning edge. As we shift our focus from Sutton's brilliance to the bigger tactical picture, let's dive into the midfield dynamics and strategic adaptations that characterize this clash between the Chargers and the Broncos. Guys, both teams weren't just battling it out on a surface level. No, this was a chess game right from the get-go, each side trying to outwit the other down to the smallest tactical details. The Chargers came in with a strategy primed for Justin Herbert's aerial prowess. They sought to leverage his arm talent by setting up frequent passing plays. But the Broncos were ready. Their defensive line came out blazing, applying immense pressure and registering 5 significant sacks that forced Herbert to navigate immense challenges. It was during this intense mid-game phase that we saw the chessboard shuffle, where the Chargers, recognizing the Broncos' edge in applying pressure, creatively adjusted by integrating the run game. Omarion Hampton's presence became a strategic lever, perfectly timed as he punched through for a rushing touchdown, drawing defensive focus and offering Herbert fractions of seconds more to execute. The Broncos, for their part, tightened their defensive formations, attempting double coverage on targets like Keenan Allen. Yet Allen still managed to carve out crucial plays, notably his 20-yard touchdown, which was like a dagger in tight coverage. Through all these adjustments, it was this relentless tactical warfare that kept fans glued to their seats, with the midfield battle offering a spectacle of both strategic brilliance and real-time recalibrations on the field. So, transitioning from that intense midfield battle, let's dive deeper into the showdown between the Chargers offense and the Broncos defense, a classic clash of power and strategy. I mean, where do you even start with Justin Herbert facing off against this formidable Denver front? There were moments here, or moments there when it looked like Herbert was caught in a vice, right? 5 sacks for 30 yards. That's not just pressure, folks. That's Broncos saying, we're here to play. But let's not forget, Herbert's resolve was something else. Despite the constant pressure, he still managed to orchestrate his drives with precision, especially leaning on Keenan Allen's crucial catches. Allen was not just clutch, he was the playmaker threading the needle when it mattered most. Yet the Broncos' defense really turned up the heat, repeatedly halting the Chargers in the red zone. Only 1 out of 3 converted. That's some serious defensive grit. And yet, just when you thought the Broncos' defense had sealed the deal, the game turned like a roller coaster ride. Herbert's composure during the final drive led to Dicker's match-winning field goal. It's not just about the arm talent, but the mental toughness to keep pushing through. The Chargers were dipping into their playbook, tossing both running plays with Hampton and strategic passes to keep those Broncos guessing. Sure, the Broncos had lapses in concentration, allowing windows for Herbert, but that's football, a game of inches and split-second decisions. It was tactical warfare, a testament to strategic adaptability, influencing the game till the very last tick on the clock. And speaking of nail-biting contests with playoff implications, this match was a heart-stopper from start to finish. The stakes couldn't be higher. I mean, let's be honest, both sides were gunning for those critical points to boost their playoff chances. The Chargers' victory wasn't just another win on the board, it was a massive step towards solidifying their postseason potential. And it wasn't just any win, it showcased their ability to handle pressure, like crucial pressure moments. Cameron Dicker's 43-yard field goal as time expired. Unbelievable, that's what clutch looks like. And you can't ignore Justin Herbert's role in this. Sure, he faced some struggles, getting sacked 5 times isn't anyone's idea of fun, but his ability to lead critical late-game drives highlights how vital he is to their quest. Now, bouncing over to the Broncos side, ouch, this loss stings, but there are positives. Bo Nix and Courtland Sutton showcased some serious chemistry, especially with Sutton's electrifying 52-yard touchdown. Then you've got J.K. Dobbins pushing forward with 83 rushing yards. A reminder of the Broncos' offensive promise. Now they need to iron out a few kinks, especially in maintaining those drives and withstanding defensive pressures. Listen, both teams showed their cards, and it was like a playoff teaser. The AFC picture is shifting, folks, and every game now is a page in an epic saga. So here's the thing, what did you all think of the game? Do you see playoffs in the Chargers' future? And Broncos fans, what's the missing piece here? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear from you guys.